Imagine showing up for your first day at a new job, only to learn that the person who had the role before you did it perfectly, without breaking a sweat and using actual magic. If we map out how comic book heroes work, most of them operate on what we can call a cheat code. An alien origin or a radioactive spider gives them a direct, unbroken line to maximum power. The alternative is the DIY method. As you can see in this flowchart, that involves a messy, complicated path of trial, error, and engineering to achieve the same results. This comic shows the original Blue Beetle, Dan Garrett, relying on a magical scarab for instant superpowers. But when passing the torch, the scarab failed. Ted Kord inherited the title, but not the magic, left as a regular guy holding a normal cloth suit. To survive in a world filled with superpowered threats, Ted has to engineer and build his own solutions from scratch. Let's look at how he replaces the superpower of flight. This page shows the Bug, a massive, self-engineered hovering ship Ted designed himself. It functions as a mobile fortress. Its sheer scale awes onlookers, allowing Ted to tactically drop into a disaster zone. Because he lacks the super strength to leap over buildings, he relies on gravity and specialized gear. This sequence shows him dropping out of the sky on a high-tensile wire, using his own body weight to crash through a roof. His massive intellect and his capacity for mechanical invention act as his own manufactured superpowers. Building and maintaining all this hardware requires serious capital. During the day, Ted acts as the CEO of his own technology company, Kord Inc., managing a towering corporate headquarters and dealing with an endless stream of messages. He also works as a brilliant corporate scientist. Here you can see him at STAR Labs, trying to safely contain a highly volatile experimental energy source called promethium. He is constantly balancing the intense pressure of running a multi-million-dollar corporation with the physical demands of fighting crime. If his business goes under, his vigilante operations run out of funding. His identity as the Blue Beetle isn't a magical calling. It is an incredibly dangerous side project that he personally funds and manages. That danger becomes painfully clear when he goes up against villains like Fire Fist, an arsonist encased in heavy, flame-wielding armor. Ted enters the fight at an immediate physical disadvantage. Look at this comic panel. When Ted lands a solid punch on Fire Fist's helmet, he instantly regrets it. He possesses normal human bones, and punching solid metal hurts. To survive a wave of fire, he can't rely on magical invulnerability. He has to trust the engineered, heat-resistant mesh woven into his suit. Throughout the fight, Ted makes tactical errors. He gets physically frustrated, misjudges distances, and takes real, consequential damage from heavy blows. This deep vulnerability makes the action sequences vastly more thrilling. You know the hero taking the hits can actually be killed. Ted subjects himself to this danger out of loyalty to a promise he made to his dying mentor. He willingly steps into a league that physically outclasses him, and the threats are vastly larger than street-level arsonists. This panel shows a massive, indestructible robot waking up in a remote underground cavern. But Ted can't even worry about that yet. Right now, as these vertical panels show, he is hopelessly pinned beneath the crushing weight of burning wooden beams in a collapsed firehouse. A hero with superhuman strength would simply lift the debris. For Ted, that is a physical impossibility. The suspense is terrifying because his limits are strictly human. The most compelling superheroes aren't the invincible gods. They are the vulnerable humans who look at the impossible odds, realize they lack the cheat code, and choose to jump into the fire anyway.